Hey guys, it's Heather, the Crochet Witch. How you doing? All my fiber friends out there. Guess what? Oh, before I open this, guess what I got? As the title already suggests, I got a Lion Brand order. I got this the other day, and I wanted to make sure to do a really good chat about it. So I took a couple days to wait and make sure I had time. Can you see that? That is new yarn. Oh yeah, it's got that new yarn sparkle, right? Actually, that sparkle is sequins. Okay, so what I got was Sunset Nights from Lion Brand. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe there are only 7 colors. Look at this pretty gradient color. Like, it's white to gray. Gray is marled with black, out to black. Okay, let's go through the first few the color names first. This one's called Bali. That's the black and gray one, or black and silver if you want to say silver. Okay, that's Bali. And then we have Ayers Rock. As an American, I like to pronounce this Ayers Rock. I thought that I was right. My friend Christian, who is authentic Australian, told me that it's Ayers Rock. So we're gonna go with that. But that's got these really pretty, it goes from a white again, and it marls with this really pretty pink to a solid pink. See, and there's a sequin right there. To a solid pink, the pink marls with red, and then to a solid red, like this maroon red. That is beautiful. Then, let's see. This one's pretty light. This one is Atacama Desert. And this one, I'm going to get real close to the camera, but just so you know, it is white, marling into a really light pink, which turns to light pink, which marls into this like dusty gray. So you have a couple seconds before the ring light blows it out. You see that? How pretty. And you can see the sequins right there. Let's see, the next one that we have is Martha's Vineyard, which is, now that, oh, that's a little piece of box. One moment, cleaning the yarn. Okay, so anyway, this one is also light. I'm like blinded by the ring light. It's on a little bright this time, but I really wanted to make sure you guys could see everything really well. Martha's Vineyard is white marling into a silver gray color, and then the silver gray color marls into like a blue color, and the blue color turns solid. Isn't that just beautiful? And that is like a stormy sky to me. Then we have Zanzibar. That is also a beautiful pink and red. Ayers Rock is more of a dark maroon red. Okay, back here you can see it pretty well. This is like a dark maroon red, and this was Ayers Rock, the one that I already showed you. And this one is Zanzibar, so it's like a light, more of a blood-colored red. Sorry, first thing that came to mind. But it is like a really light pink marled with a really pretty like petal pink marling into that red color. And again, you can see the sequins. The sequins aren't, there's not a ton of them, but I don't hate that, because I feel like if there was a lot, depending on what you use this for, it would probably catch on it a little bit. This one is a really pretty green. It's called Isle of Skye. It's a lot of different greens. I'm going to hold it back too, but I was hoping you can get a close-up with the light not blowing it out too badly. So this is like a very light green. There's a blue thread running through some of it too, like where it turns to a darker green. Okay, so it's a very, very light green right here. And then it turns into a lighter or a darker green right here, but with a blue mixed into it. Like, it's just like a blue thread. I don't know if you can see that up close. It's right in here. And then that turns into, like, eventually on the outside it marls and turns into this really pretty dark green. Like an emerald green, I suppose. And again, that's Isle of Skye. And then, oh, this is gorgeous. Santorini is this really, really beautiful dark purple, marling into this plum purple. That marls into this like light lavendery colored purple. So it's just a bunch of tonal purples. God, that's beautiful. And that one again is Santorini. And like here is the sequins. You see those? Look at that shine. Okay, now let's see if I can get us a little bit closer. And we'll get rid of this box now. All right, that's out of the way. Let's talk, why don't you check out this beautiful purple while we read about it. The facts on this yarn. This is 3.5 ounces or 100 grams. It is 273 yards, which is 250 meters. It's 90% acrylic and 10% polyester. This is a medium 4-weight. Machine wash on gentle, lay flat to dry. Suggested hook size is an I, which is a 5.5 millimeter, and suggested needle size for a knitter is a 3, which is a 5 millimeter. And where are you made? Made in PRC, which is the People's Republic of China. So remember, this is supposed to be a medium 4-weight. Let's dig into it here. It is, because of the whole, like, marled, it is, I'm going to stand up and get up in the camera again here. I got a new ring light, and I am trying to figure out a good balance. Alright. Like, you can see right here where I pulled on it, where the thread is already coming apart a little bit. So it's possible that this is going to catch. Now, I use Susan Bates most of the time, and I don't know if it's the way I crochet, and I don't know if it's the inline hook the way that it is, but a lot of times when yarn looks splitty, like when I'm crocheting with it, it doesn't really split. So we'll just have to check it out and find out. But that being said, let me find a place where I didn't yank on the threads too badly, so we can see what you guys think about the weight. There is, against my finger, and aside from the fact that the thread, like the plies are sort of coming apart, it is pretty loosely plied. I would agree that this is a light 4-weight. Like, I don't think it's a 3, but I don't think it's like a 4-weight either. I would say it's a light 4-weight. And did I say light 4 or just, it says medium 4. I mean, considering how far off sometimes yarns are, it's not too far of a stretch in my opinion. What do you guys think? All right, so once again, let me retrieve my fallen yarn here. One more time, we have the Santorini, beautiful purple color. We have Martha's Vineyard, which is like a stormy day. I love this. I love it. And I'm not usually like a blue girl, but I love that. This one was Zanzibar, which screams Valentine's Day, along with Ayers Rock. And then the Atacama Desert, which has definitely got like a dusty pink, dusk looking color. Okay. And then Bali, yep, Bali. And Isle of Skye. Okay, and you can see that sequiny niceness right there. I will say that this yarn is super duper soft. Like, I don't feel the sequins in it whatsoever. Now granted, like I said, they're few and far between, it looks like, but I can't feel a single one, and I know for a fact that there's some sitting on the top right here. Like, there's one right there, and I can't feel that. So that's pretty nice. I am going to flip the camera around and grab the suggested hook size, and we're going to just see how this baby crochets. Okay, we'll be right back. All right, here is another slight close-up look of these yarns before we dig in here. That was Isle of Skye, and maybe now you can see like where it's not too bright of a light. Can you see that? Let me turn on another overhead light and see. Let's try that. Yes. See that really like light blue? Just beautiful. This is a really, really pretty yarn, you guys. Where is that sequins at? Here we go. Sequins up close. Lovely, pretty sequins. And again, it doesn't seem to be all over the place. I think it was Bag O' Day that did this also, that showed off this yarn. And in hers, she said that basically the solid colors, like the outside and the inside, seem to not have sequins on. I have a theory. I think that since these are sunset nights, that is like the fading color of the sunset, where you might start seeing like the twinkling stars, and I don't know, maybe that's kind of like reminiscent of the shimmery stars, where you don't really see them at the beginning and the end of the night. So I don't know, just being weird, I guess, but just a thought. That was Zanzibar that I was showing you. And then there's Bali again. And I think Ayers Rock. Sorry, I pronounce it properly. Martha's Vineyard. Once again. Atacama Desert. That one's so pretty. Now you can definitely see what I was talking about with like the dusty look. It's like a... Maybe that's what a desert sky at sunset looks like. I don't know. But there we are. And then Santorini one more time. And let me just fish out the middle. Since I already started doing some damage on this one, let me just fish out the middle of this, and I will be right back, guys. Okay, so I found the middle. It took me just a second to you guys, but probably about 15 minutes for me. Let me start out by saying I am a center pull kind of person, so I expect kind of a mess happening when I pull it out. However, I got not one, but two, like yarn babies coming birthed from the center of that while I was looking for the middle. And then, what the heck, Lion Brand, was this? I untangled this. Sort of. So like here's one full string that just came as it was. Like I didn't break it off. It was just in there like this. This was just in there like this. I haven't used a lot of like thready loosely plied yarn, but I have to assume that this can happen some of the time. I'm sure the other ones are not like this. I just thought I'd point out my misfortune, especially because this one was the really pretty purple one. But that's okay. That's okay. It is just the little bit in the middle, and I will live. But what the heck? I would like to take this time to point out that I am not sponsored or affiliated in any way with Lion Brand. They did not send me anything except for what I purchased from them at at discounted price, because I had a 30% off or whatever it was with the wheel. Other than that, no discounts given, nothing free, that's for sure. I started a little swatch here with the recommended hook size, which, if you remember, is an I 5.5. And like I said, I'm a Susan Bates girl, so this is my trusty Susan Bates. I, just from doing this, did not have any, like, real trouble. Of course, now that I say that, I'm gonna have some trouble, I'm sure, because I'm looking around or through a camera. But remember, I crochet a bit odd, too, so that could have something to do with it. I could imagine if people are finding this yarn splitty, or are finding yarns splitty, that this would probably be splitty for them. At least a bit, but I don't know, like I said, I don't... You can see, I'm not really, like, I'm a bit slow because I'm awkward on this side of the camera, but I'm not really having any problems, per se. This is making a pretty drapey material, so if you were going to make like a shawl, I would probably go with this hook size. You could probably go a hook size down, and it would be really pretty too. Like I said, this would make something really pretty and drapey like a shawl, which is another point that I did want to bring up. This is most definitely a light 4, if not a 3, depending on how you look at it. But it is, either way, thicker than some of the... When you make really pretty shawls with the more thready yarn that goes through gradients like this, that's usually like a 2. Sometimes it's a 1. And it is made up of literal threads. So I was just going to say that I was thinking about it while I was doing this, and this might be a really good, like, alternative if you don't want to get something like that. Get a couple of balls of this. I didn't hit any of the sparkles yet because this is just the very beginning, but it does appear that there is no sparkles in the... I don't think there's any right there either. Sequins, I mean, in there. There's one in this jumble, I just saw it. But, so once you hit the multicolors, it is there. But, yeah, just a thought that this might be good for, like I said, shawls or something that you want to do like a fade with, but maybe you don't want to use that really super thin yarn. It's really soft. The yarn is very, very soft. Is it my favorite thing ever? No, but it's certainly not anywhere near the bottom of my list either. I would probably, out of maybe 5 stars, give this like a 3.5, maybe even. Like, I don't hate it at all. But, you know, make your own conclusions. Hopefully I've helped you with that. Have you guys tried this, in fact? And did you like it? You should let me know in the comments down below. But there you go. You can see how it's working up. I'm getting to the portion of my speaking tonight, so I'm probably going to end this. But yeah, I just wanted you to be able to see it for yourself, and make your decisions if you want to buy it or not. I certainly think it's worth a try if, again, you don't want to work with something terribly thin, but you want one of those pretty gradient fades. Obviously, there's not going to be as much yardage in one of these as there is those, so do bear that in mind, that you may need a couple of them depending on your project. But all in all, not the worst yarn I've seen by far. So yeah, like I said, if you've tried it, let me know what you think, or if you want to try it, let me know down below. And otherwise, I have some other videos coming out this weekend, so make sure you stay tuned. Thanks for chatting with me, guys. You know, as always, I appreciate it, and I love you, and I will talk to you later. Bye!